And we are back on the R2F Eddie channel. My name is Eddie, and today we will be going over our Match Week 6 Premier League predictions. On to the first game, which is actually today. We have Aston Villa versus Leeds. I have Aston Villa taking this game 2-1. I think Aston Villa is too hot to be stopped right now, so this is why I have Aston Villa winning this game. I think Leeds, although they've been looked pretty solid this season, they can honestly sneak away with this game or even get a point out of it. But I think Aston Villa is too hot to discredit them right now, so I have them winning the game. On to Saturday's fixtures, first game we have is West Ham versus Manchester City. I have Man City win this game 3-1. Although West Ham have looked pretty good so far, surprisingly, I don't think they have it in them to compete with Man City, even though they did draw with Spurs, even though Spurs just couldn't hold it together. I think that's the second time they've blown such a big lead this season. But I think Man City won't choke this game, so I have them winning a pretty dominant 3-1. On to the second game of Saturday, we have Fulham versus Crystal Palace. I don't know what to say about this game. Like, both teams attacking-wise are both very dire. I have Crystal Palace win the game 2-0. It's not going to be a pretty 2-0 because Palace last game had one shot on target, one shot in the game, and one goal, which was a penalty. So their attacking is just not great, even though I have them winning the game 2-0. That just discredits Fulham to see how bad they actually are. This is just not going to be a great game. So, but yeah, Palace 2-0, big game from Zaha again. On to the biggest game of the week. We have Man U versus Chelsea. I have this game as a 2-2 draw. I think this is going to be another big game from Timo Werner. He finally proved that he could score in the Premier League last game, scoring 2 goals. I think he'll continue the hot streak with at least 1 goal, maybe 2 for all we know. Man U wise, I think you can obviously count on Bruno to have a big game. I think Tony will finally score a goal for them. He's been kind of having a slow start, but I think he'll finally get it going. On to the last game of Saturday, we have Liverpool versus Sheffield United. Now, I have Liverpool win the game 3-1. Sheffield don't have a great offense, but since Van Dijk is out for the rest of the season, I believe they will put at least one past Liverpool because Joe Gomez and Trent's kind of sus defensively. So that's why I have them at least scoring once. But I think Liverpool's attack is too strong to be stopped. So that is why I have Liverpool just being dominant, win the game 3-1. They could even maybe put 4 or 5 past Sheffield, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sheffield just stake out their defense and just try to go for a draw the whole game as well. On to the first game of Sunday, we have Southampton versus Everton. Now, I believe James Rodriguez isn't playing in this game, actually, but I still have Everton winning 2-1. Last game, we saw that Che Adams and Danny Ings can really show up when needed. But I think Everton's been too good this season, too much quality on that field not to score. I think this is going to be a big game for Everton as without James, like, what are we going to see them do? Are they going to go back to what they did last season, or are they going to continue in their great form? On to the next game, we have Wolves versus Newcastle. I have this being as a pretty high-scoring game overall. I have it Wolves winning the game 3-2. I think Jimenez is going to have a big game once again. I said that last game he was going to score, and he did. I think it's clear and obvious that he's their primary goal scorer compared to everyone else. So I think it's an easy prediction to have him score. I think Callum Wilson will also have a big game. On to the last game of Sunday, we have Arsenal versus Leicester. Probably the second best game of this week. I have Arsenal taking a win this game, 2-1. I think this is going to be a big game from Aubameyang. Obviously, we haven't seen him score since the first week. Leicester have looked pretty good this season so far, but they've been at they were at a high peak. Now they're at the edge of it. So I think they're starting to fall off a little bit from their start of the season form, even though we're still in the beginning. But I think Arsenal are going to take this game 2-1. Now into the Monday games, we have Brighton versus West Brom. This game's going to be kind of a stinker, but I have Brighton win the game 1-0. I believe Dunk is not playing this game as he got a red card against Palace. I don't think that's going to stop them from not being scored on, though. So I think West Brom could potentially put one away against Brighton. I think this game could go either way, or even a draw. It's one that's just up in the air right now for me, honestly. And for our final game, we have Burnley versus Spurs. This is just going to be a dominant game from Spurs, even though they couldn't hold together their lead last time. I think Son, it's crucial he stays on the pitch the whole game. I had them win this game 4-1. When we see Son and Kane on the pitch, there's no stopping them. As you could see, they scored 3 goals in like 18 minutes. 18 minutes. So I think you start those two. I think you start Bale on the other wing because they've been starting Bergwijn there, though. I think they need to start those 3 together at one point. I don't think those 3 have played together at all because in the Europa League game they subbed in Bale for Son. So I think you need to start those 3 together. Those are my predictions for match day 6. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more weekly content. Make sure you like the video and comment any differences that you have in your predictions. And yeah, thanks for watching.